Hello everyone, today's video is going to be about the best sunscreens that I tried in 2021. If you've been here for a while, you know I love sunscreens and I tried so many this year, around I would say a little bit over 30 sunscreens. That's a lot. Some of them I have reviewed here on the channel and others I just used in the background, but I never happened to speak about. So in today's video, I will share with you my top 10 for 2021 in no particular order because it's really difficult to rank them as I like most of them for different reasons. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. I have a mix of high-end sunscreens, drugstore sunscreens, and somewhere in the middle, so there should be something for everybody. The first one I want to share with you is this one by Eucerin. This is their Daily Protection Face Lotion and Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I have a full review on this. It is a combination sunscreen or a hybrid sunscreen. It uses mineral and chemical filters. So for the fact that it uses mineral filters, it does have a little bit of a white cast, but actually none of the sunscreens I'm sharing with you today has heavy white cast. With that in mind, of course, all mineral sunscreens are going to leave a little bit of a trace, but it's all going to depend on the formulation. So the ones I'm sharing with you today all have really good formulations. And this one is, of course, one of them. Let me show you what it looks like. It's got the perfect name because it does feel exactly like a lotion. And as you rub it into your skin, the white cast starts to disappear and kind of melt into the skin. It is super moisturizing. It's not waterproof, It's not water resistant, so it's not good if you're doing any activities, swimming or anything like that. It's not good for that. But for winter, it's going to provide you enough hydration and with the added SPF. This is absolutely one of my favorites. So affordable, and I find myself reaching for it a lot during winter. Let's talk high-end now. I've got one by Clinique. This is the Pep-start SPF 50. This is again 100% mineral sunscreen. It is broad spectrum and it uses zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. It is a tinted one, so again, there is a white cast, but it's very minimal and they included a tint to mask it even further. So it should suit medium skin tones, and if you have deeper skin tone, I would always suggest trying a mineral sunscreen first before deciding to buy it. I will show you the tint. You can see it has a peachy tint. It's got a lovely texture that dries down matte. It doesn't leave any heavy or like sticky residue on the face. It sits well under makeup. Yeah, you can see what I mean by a peachy tint. It does mask the white cast quite well, considering this is 100% mineral sunscreen. I love this one. I had never spoken about it before on my channel. I don't know why, honestly, but it's one that I'm always reaching for. But I do want to say you don't get a lot of product and it is a little bit pricey, so bear that in mind. You only get 1 fluid ounce, which is not the typical amount for sunscreen. And if you're gonna purchase it and you wear sunscreen on a daily basis, you're gonna run through it quickly. But if money is not an issue for you, this is a great one. The next one I want to talk about is by Niod, and this is their Survival 30. This offers SPF 30, but it's not just a sunscreen that offers protection against UV radiation, but it's also an antioxidant serum. So this is kind of like a 2-in-1. The SPF on this is not super high and it doesn't claim to be water resistant, but I think again this is a great option for winter. It is also tinted and I don't know if I mentioned already, 100% mineral. I will show you the tint on this. The tint on this is a little bit different from the Clinique one. This is more of like a cool tone grayish tint, but it does a good job at masking the white cast. You can still see a little bit of white cast, but honestly, if you've got fair to light or even medium skin tone, this is not gonna show on your skin. Deeper, maybe a little bit, but what I love about this is that It's got the SPF 30, it's got the antioxidants in it, which will help your skin defend itself against environmental stressors, and also it dries down super matte. If you've got very dry skin, this might be a little bit too drying for you. You might want to use something a little bit more hydrating under it. But if you've got oily skin, you're gonna love it. And I have a lot of friends who have oily skin and they swear by this product. It is on the pricier side, and also you don't get a lot of product, only 1 fluid ounce. You will run through it quickly, but that's the case with most really nice formulations when it comes to sunscreen. Unfortunately, most of them come from high-end brands. And as you can see, it has completely dried out on my skin, and honestly, I cannot even feel it. Even like touching my hand, I don't feel anything. I want to say that I've given one to my brother, and he didn't like it at all because it caused, I think he went out walking or something like that, and he was sweating, and it gave him those polka dots, you know, around the pore area, the white polka dots, so he didn't like it at all for that reason. So I just wanted to point that out in case you're somebody who sweats a lot on the face. This might not really work for you, but honestly I would say most mineral sunscreens, if you sweat, end up doing this, and most of them do give you that polka dotty look under makeup throughout the day, so you will have to eventually blend it out at different times throughout the day if you don't want to see that. I want to mention a product that I mentioned in yesterday's video, which was my favorite sunscreens. No, not my favorite sunscreens, my favorite skincare of 2021. And I did mention 3 sunscreens, and the 3 of them are in this video. And the first one I want to talk about is this one. It's the Ultraviolet SPF 30. This is the Clean Screen Mineral Sunscreen. Even though it's not 100% mineral, it's a hybrid sunscreen. It does have chemical filters in it. That's a bit misleading, but the formulation is amazing. It's beautiful. It is tinted. I will swatch it for you just in case you didn't watch that video, so you can have an idea. This has also a peachy tint, but a very light peachy tint. What I love about this is that it literally feels just like a face lotion. It absorbs super quickly, doesn't irritate the eyes, and I can reapply it throughout the day without any issues, without feeling like it's too much on my face. Sometimes after adding so many layers, I do get to this point where I feel like I need to wash my face before I apply again, and this one doesn't do that. I love this. I have been obsessed with it this year. I don't know why, honestly. I think this has become like my favorite sunscreen of all times. I just love it. Another product from the drugstore that I think is absolutely amazing when it comes to value, amount you get, the price you pay, all of that, and it's the mineral sunscreen by the brand Pipette or Pipette. I have a full review on this. It's SPF 50, fragrance free. It's 100% mineral sunscreen. It uses only zinc oxide. It has minimal white cast, a little bit, not too much. But what I love about it, first of all, it's baby friendly. So if you've got kids and you wanted an option that everybody can use at home, this is a great option. Let me show you what it looks like. It's not tinted, but as you rub it in, I do think that this is one of the sunscreens that gives the least white cast. I know it looks a little bit casty right now on camera, but trust me, as you rub it in and when you let it sit, that white cast almost disappears. And you can see it's literally disappearing on camera. I have a full review of this if you want to know more. Pipette is the sister brand to Biossance, and I have a review of Pipette sunscreen and the Biossance one, and they're very, very similar. And I actually happen to like this a little bit more because it's less shiny. It's not as shiny as the Biossance one. So if you're considering the Biossance one, I would say get this first. You're not going to be disappointed. It offers you a higher SPF. The Biossance one offers SPF 30. This is only SPF 50. Both of them are good, don't get me wrong, but for the price, the amount you get, the protection that you get, this is the winner. Look now, there is literally nothing on my hand. If you were to compare my hands side by side, you can't really tell a difference. There's literally no white cast. I hope that's showing on camera. Another product that I mentioned in yesterday's video is the City Defense by Murad SPF 50. This is 100% also mineral sunscreen. It offers SPF 50, very high protection. I love this because it is very moisturizing on top of offering really high protection. I just love how it feels on the skin. It does have a slight white cast, so if you have deeper skin tone, you might want to avoid this. But I have seen some YouTubers on YouTube who have, with a deeper skin tone, who have tried this, and it looks quite good. I would say it still looks a little bit, still has a little bit of white cast, but if you were to wear it under makeup, I think it would be fine. And if you've got fair to medium skin tone, this will be okay for you. It's a very nice formulation. Honestly, it is very soothing as well. I believe it's got oat kernel extract in it. I just love it. And this is one of those sunscreens that I find myself always reaching for. It is super pricey though, but in my opinion, it's worth it. The most affordable sunscreen in this list is this one by Banana Boat. It's the Ultra Protect Faces. This is literally $3. You can get it for $5 depending from where you buy it, but I have purchased mine for $3. So affordable, 100% chemical sunscreen, zero white cast, oil-free. It can make your skin a little bit oily by the end of the day, but if you powder, you'll be good. What else? It is SPF 50, super high protection. It's water resistant up to 80 minutes. You get 2 fluid ounces, very decent amount. Honestly, there's nothing to complain about. The only thing is, don't get it very close to your eyes. It might sting. But other than that, this is a great affordable option. 3 more to go. Next, I have an amazing sunscreen that I've never spoken about on this channel. It is by Dr. Dennis Gross. This is the Dark Spot Sun Defense Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 50. 100% mineral sunscreen. It does have fragrance in it. It is pricey. You don't get a lot of product. You get the average, which is 1.7 fluid ounces or 50 ml. But the formulation is just so elevated in the sunscreen. I feel like it's worth every penny if you've got the money to buy it and you want mineral sunscreen. This is a great one. I can't speak for the anti-dark spot claim, but this is supposed to have a complex in it that fights melasma and prevents it from getting darker. I don't have any melasma, so I can't speak to that. But if it does help with melasma, that's an added bonus. I mean, sunscreen, literally any sunscreen is supposed to protect you against melasma, but maybe this has something extra, I'm not sure. But if I were to talk about the sunscreen itself, it feels so nice on the skin, quite hydrating. Once it absorbs in, you literally don't feel it. I'll show you what it looks like. This is not tinted. I saw that he has a tinted SPF, but I'm not sure if it's the same as this. This is what it looks like. It just looks like any lotion. You rub it in. Oh my god, this feels so nice. It feels so hydrating and moisturizing. Again, a little bit of a white cast, but as you work it into your skin, that white cast tends to kind of disappear. It sits really nicely under makeup. It has a scent, but it's not overpowering. It's quite pleasant actually, so yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites, and it is one that I have been keeping under the radar for whatever reason. I just never mentioned it, but it's a really good one. Another product that was hyped up this year, but in my opinion is worth the hype, is by Hello Sunday. This is that's the one that's a serum. That's what it's called. The one that's a serum. It's SPF 45. It's 100% chemical sunscreen. You get 1 fluid ounce only for, I believe, around $28. I'll pop the price on the screen. So yeah, quite pricey. So if you were to get, let's say, the same amount as in the Dr. Dennis Gross sunscreen, you would probably pay almost the same price as the Dr. Dennis Gross. So just bear that in mind when you're buying sunscreen. Also, this is very lightweight. It does feel like a serum, so it's easy for you to apply a lot, and you're probably gonna run through the bottle very quickly. It does have a lovely texture. Zero white cast because it's 100% chemical sunscreen. It does come out like a very liquidy lotion, or more like a serum. And yeah, it absorbs into the skin. I would say it doesn't dry completely, but it's not sticky. So it does dry down, but if you were to touch your face, you would still feel that it's there, but it's not uncomfortable. And what I like about it, it does give you that glow without you looking oily, and the glow does peek through the foundation, especially if you wear like medium to light coverage. It is really nice under makeup. If you suffer from sunscreen not sitting well under your makeup, this would be one to try. It works really well with a lot of foundations. I don't know if the glow is showing up on camera. I think it is, but you can see what I'm talking about. And I think it's very difficult to achieve a glow without looking oily, especially from like a serum and not from your natural skin. But this one does that, and I was pleasantly surprised with the result. Final sunscreen I'm gonna mention is one that I plan to review very soon, is by Violet, and this is the Lean Screen SPF 50. This is 100% mineral sunscreen. It is really, really nice. Again, very sophisticated formulation, pricey, but it feels great. I love a lot of sunscreens from this brand, and funny enough, not the one that's the most hyped up, the one that comes with a dropper. I don't like that a lot. It's okay, I just don't think it's anything better, let's say, than drugstore chemical sunscreens, but this is so nice. Let me show you what it looks like. Now, when you first pump it out, you're gonna be alarmed and you're probably not gonna like what you will see, because that's what happened to me. It is very thick. Let me show you. So you can see it's holding its weight, it's not moving, it's quite thick. So it does feel like old-fashioned mineral sunscreens. But what I like about it, first of all, it's tinted, so it's going to mask the white cast a little bit, but you can still see it's kind of casty. And actually, I have so many sunscreens on my hand right now, so probably this is not the best representation. But yeah, as you blend it in, it does blend in quite nicely into the face, and it does dry down eventually to a semi-matte finish. You don't feel it on your skin, it doesn't feel heavy. I would say the one with the green cap looks better under makeup, but this is still good. If you don't want to use any chemical filters in your sunscreen for whatever reason, because I know a lot of people are sensitive to chemical filters, this is a great mineral option. Even though it's thick, it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. Just give it around, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes to set, and it's going to feel really nice and light, and it's going to give you SPF 50. Which is very rare to find in a mineral sunscreen that feels good on the skin. Another good thing about it is that it is fragrance free, and you get 1.7 fluid ounces. That was the last sunscreen for today's video. I hope you liked it. I would love to know, what is your favorite sunscreen? Like the best sunscreen you've ever tried, the one that you keep on repurchasing. I want to know. I want to try them all. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for my future content, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye guys!